All right, everybody. I want to talk about the double factor today. And the bear's going off their head today. I have one of those days. Happy days. And I've got them a little split out, as you see, and they're spread out today. So I put a little extra over in this corner, and they've been trying to rip up the other star. And so until I get some more mortar, I'm going to mortar it, and then if this star doesn't stick next time, then I can glue it down. And some mortar underneath. It might even be concrete, might even concrete it. Might be better to stick on a bit later. Till then, I've just removed it. They're only going to get a bit hot during the summer anyway. They don't get too hot, really, the way they are. They still use them in the afternoons and stuff. But anyway, besides all that, I want to talk about the double factor. I've been talking about the double factor lately, if you've been seeing my clips, about why was YouTube doing double ads, and about this double thing and a few other little interesting things I wanted to say, but I won't talk about that too much, except a little bit about the double factor pattern that I'd love to talk to you about. There's a pattern there, and one day I'll talk a little bit more about when things are the end spot to talk about, when it comes to people talking to the people and how you get to that position. People with a badge will let you know later. Till then, it's under investigation. The double pattern and why such things could be happening. And we're hearing all around the world, on YouTube definitely, about the new spiritual ways and to open up the mind and the energy and all this kind of things. Quite interesting. But you wouldn't want quite interesting things to be happening before people really know what's going on and who's playing with what, right? And the rose is all growing over there quite nicely. He's tucking his bum into it. And what's going on? We've had strange occurrences when it comes to interruptions, when it comes to energy lately, since they've been talking about. The little pattern I wanted to talk about. But that's later on. That's a whole nother study. I want to talk about today's pattern, today's incident, which can line up into the pattern what I was just talking about, the double factor. And certain group that I've been talking to find out what's going on in certain areas since I've gotten there. It's not long after that, things are getting more worse, and it wasn't too bad when I got there kind of thing. And they like to talk about this group, these kind of things I'm trying to figure out, right? But they don't speak back, right? Which is very strange. Anyway, that's a whole nother incident altogether again. But this double factor seems to be still happening. And today, people have been overcharged doubly, right? A little double factor. You can call it a coincidence. It's another thing I've been talking about, have checked out myself, and you can't really study it. The best way to study it is how many coincidences too many. And I've asked people anything about that. No one wants to talk about that anyway. But enough of all that. And I talked about, when it comes to these weird things going on, what would happen if it was a rebound, and why would such things be rebounding? If someone was doing an energy thing to someone and someone else has got a stronger energy and it rebounds, as they say, what things are we going to be seeing when it comes to all these strange things we're seeing, these double factors, right? And anyway, enough of all that, because you can't fix something that doesn't talk back, doesn't let you explain things. It just is, But today, the bank's done that. Emma's gone up there. This is how I found out. I've been doing my things since I got up. I get up a bit later, so I'm a night shifter pretty much at the moment, trying to change. So I'm between day and night, half day and half night, getting cross between there, right? And time I got up and got ready and doing all my things and stuff like that. I didn't see any news or anything, and then I head up the street. Times, listen, we have conversations, travels. As it's strange things have been happening, and we're in an unsafe world, as we can see, with all sorts of incidences. As things get tougher, things get more unsafe. To be more safe, we've been doing more cautious things. And it's a good thing that we're doing it before it gets even more worse, right? As we're used to it and be ready for it. And while she was up there, she couldn't access the bank. And I'm like, well, that's no good. With all these things happening, well, who would that upset the most? Not accessing the bank for so long. And who would complain the most if they did a study? I reckon it would more likely, as I said to someone, that it would probably be women as a woman was actually going off at the moment, going through an issue. Right? As it's upsetting, they get somewhere, go to do something, and you can't. Right? And so when it comes to the men, they're mostly at work. They don't usually use money, most men, unless they're in the money factor, of course. But I'm talking about the big factor. Most of them are hard work at labour, factory jobs, stuff like that. And so they won't bother them. And so if it's just an hour or two, usually those type of people wouldn't get bothered. Just the ones that like to spend and need money to spend. Right? And most of those people are usually women. That's what I think. That was just a little conversation about that. But when things like this happen, is who would sue the most? And what's the reason to sue? In a world where a lot of things play out. You can't even buy things without them malfunction. And why is that? Because of why we rush into things. And then all of a sudden we don't know, and then people want to sue, and then you don't have, and all that kind of stuff. So if you're in a society where everyone wants, including the companies, well, you're all going to go to shit when it goes to shit, because everyone will attack everybody. You see? But anyway, enough of all that. Strange when it comes to this double factor thing lately, isn't it, everybody? It'll be a curious thing that what people are going to talk about soon, and see if they can see a pattern between YouTube and when I was showing with the double ads lately, in the last few weeks. All of a sudden, these double ads are coming on. Right? And now we're getting this double payments and other things. Hopefully we don't see too much of this double thing too much. It might start going double in the other way. But why would a strange thing like that start happening? Well, you'd want to see who's making money in a certain area and who is speaking about it. That's what I would say when it comes to these strange energy occurrences, where a lot of people have got a lot to say, but no one can really do what they're saying as well as they're saying it. You know what I mean? But apparently there's it all works. It sounds like a stock market scheme, right? But when you start seeing strange occurrences around you and things that shouldn't be happening, you want to look into it a little bit more. So maybe that might be happening. Maybe that's why the FBI went disappear a while ago when these things were so noticeable. Because if you look back, you'll start to see these strange things were a little while back, and if things were happening strangely, what would need to disappear and go off grid and stuff to fix these strange things or to find out answers? I would say the FBI would be one of them, the CIA and stuff like that. Anyway, have a good one and see you later. Let me know what you think in comments.